the ball in the air, just the right hand, bring it back into the body, snatch it out of the air. Goodness.
Okay, since no one else is asking the question, I guess I will. What the hell is going on with A.J. Brown? I mean, we all knew he was good, but his recent streak of games has been absurd. No receiver in history has 6 games in a row with 125 receiving yards except A.J. Brown. Since September 25th, he has averaged 8 receptions for 138 yards with an average of 17.3 yards per catch. This streak has continued for over a month at this point, so why has no one figured out how to slow him down? I think there are 2 essential reasons for his production this season. The first being that, so far, he has drastically improved his performance against zone coverage. He currently sits at an 87.8 PFF grade versus just 71.1 last season. Any metric you want to assess him by, he's grown significantly, perhaps the most impressive being his yards per route run versus zone coverage. That figure has jumped from 1.77 last year to 2.85 so far this year. Brown has been a beast against man coverage since arriving in Philly, and the fact that he's also top 5 against zone now is a scary thought. However, he is getting some help from his situation too. The second reason for his phenomenal start is that Jalen Hurts is targeting him at a higher clip than last season. Through 8 games, Brown is averaging 10.4 targets per game compared to 8.6 in 2022. He's being targeted at the 6th highest rate this year compared to 13th last year. That larger sample size helps legitimize his performance too. The increased opportunity has allowed him to sustain these numbers, but I want to emphasize that he's dominated almost every cornerback he's played. Without doing a substantial review of last year's film, I can't say whether his route tree has changed this year. However, I have done a review of this year's film, and I can tell you that his route tree is not complex by any means. There's not a lot of scheming him open. He's simply winning. I'll break down a few of those wins so you can get a better understanding of how he's been dominating. Okay, first play here, and it's 3rd and 6, so we're needing something downfield to move the chains. The Eagles have what I think is 4 verticals here. The Jets are running cover 1 with the spy, so each receiver has a one-on-one matchup on the outside. A.J. Brown is getting targeted at the highest rate in the league versus man coverage this season. This is why. First, he's able to get even with the corner because the corner doesn't use his hands aggressively enough. Then, A.J.'s burst is put on display as he accelerates to gain vertical separation. However, this ball is short, or it could have been a walk-in touchdown. Anyways, Brown tracks that ball perfectly. Once he finds it in the air, he decelerates so he can meet the ball right when it enters his catch radius. Notice how when the ball is about to arrive, Brown leans back into the pursuing corner before he extends his arms to make the catch. This technique forces the corner to decelerate or risk running through Brown and getting a penalty. Once that happens, the corner is effectively boxed out, and this makes it so when AJ extends for the catch, that the corner has no shot at getting a hand in to knock it out. This is a skill that savvy veteran receivers develop over time. Okay, next play, second one versus the Jets, but this time against zone coverage. I noticed a trend in reviewing the film, and it seems that a lot of his yards after catch come against zone coverages when defenders have to come from distance to tackle him, and he just punishes them. Here, Brown's got a dig route, and he runs it perfectly versus cover 4 zone that the Jets have on. He decelerates right in between this linebacker and the corner to maximize the window Hurts has to throw. After the catch, it's A.J. Brown doing what A.J. Brown does. I mean, he's such a bulldog with the ball in his hands. There's not much you can do. Alright, last example here, and this one is intended to show you how simple his route tree is. The Bucs are running a soft cover 3 here when it's 3rd and 13. Brown's lined up as the X receiver out wide and has a stop route. Now, this isn't a complex route, but it gets open versus a cushion zone defender and allows Brown to catch and react so that he can gain extra yards once he becomes the ball carrier. Here, he is running the same route at a different point in the same game. Now, watch as he wins 2 stutter and go routes against cushion defenders. One versus the Dolphins, and another versus the Commanders. They're built off that simple stop route that you just saw against the Bucs. Like I said in the beginning of the video, he's not routing guys up like Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, or Cooper Kupp. He's winning via physicality, burst, and ball tracking ability. It's a totally different style that some of the league's best have excelled at over the years, like Michael Thomas, Dez Bryant, and Andre Johnson. If he keeps this up, his name will certainly belong in that territory too. Alright, that is it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to, do the usual YouTube stuff, subscribe and whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.